Hello guys, welcome back to another Halloween video, another Halloween special, 2024. So I'm going to do more than usual. Normally I pick 3 topics. So today the topic is wear Halloween stuff. Could be commercial advertisement, it could be products, it could be costumes, you know what I mean? So I know you know that I already done the Halloween commercial special, but now I'm doing rare photos of Halloween. So that's the topic for this year of Halloween. Last year it was amusement parks, and then I don't know, but it was something like that anyway. So this year it's rare stuff of Halloween. But yeah, well, I know that this year's been weird because every video I do is really shit. I don't know why it just happens that way. And hopefully this one isn't going to be rubbish today. Let's find out. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like the video. Not really mentally like it, but then I press the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button, and there's a notification bell, and switch it to all. You can do it personally, you can do it none, or you can just do it all, and I recommend you doing it to all. But anyway, let's get back into the video. Well, I'm already in the video, but let's get started. So I'm going to start off with 70s forgotten TV Halloween specials. Let's go.
October, tons of kids gear up for the upcoming Halloween season. Many of them are busy decorating, picking out a costume, or going to a costume party. But kids and adults also enjoy watching Halloween specials. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown has remained the most popular, but it was released in 1966, which was more than half a century ago. Over time, we forget about some of the others that have been released. The 1970s, for instance, saw dozens that were created for our viewing pleasure. In this video, we will have a look back at some of the forgotten 1970s Halloween specials. The Addams Family was a classic comedy series that aired on television for 2 seasons, beginning in 1964. Audiences fell in love with this spooky family, and there have been numerous projects since that time. The 1991 Addams Family movie and the 2022 Netflix series Wednesday are a couple of the more memorable additions. However, long before these were ever made, there was another one that you may have forgotten about. In 1977, most of the cast of the original television show came back to star in Halloween with the new Addams Family. This was a one-off television special that contained much of the same charm as the original series. Morticia and Gomez end up having 2 more children named Wednesday Jr. and Pugsley Jr., and they look just like their older siblings. The story involves the Addams family being tied up at a Halloween party by a bunch of unsuccessful robbers who want to steal their fortune. In the end, the crooks are apprehended by the police, and the Addams family then celebrates Halloween in peace. Witches' Night Out was an animated special that was released in 1978. Saturday Night Live legends Dan Aykroyd and Gilda Radner lent their voices to help make this one happen. The characters in this one were all monochrome, which really stands out from other Halloween specials. The show was about 2 kids who recruit a witch to help them find the scariest Halloween costumes around. But the problem with that is the witch played by Radner loses her wand and chaos ensues. Once Upon a Midnight Scary was an hour-long special for kids that aired in 1979. It had 3 stories which were all introduced by one of the masters of horror, Vincent Price. The first story was about a boy who investigates a mysterious light in a barn. The second story spun the tale of Ichabod Crane. The third tale was about a bizarre clock hidden in a mansion that supposedly counted down to the end of the world. Mad Mad Monsters was a 1972 animated television movie that had all the classic monsters. Frankenstein, Dracula, a werewolf, a mummy, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. They all got together for the wedding of Baron Henry von Frankenstein and his fiancée. However, things didn't go as planned, and his assistant Igor wants to steal his bride-to-be. The Paul Lynde Halloween special was one that the whole family could sit down and watch when it aired in 1976. This spectacular special featured appearances from Witchy Poo from H.R. Pufnstuf, Tim Conway, Florence Henderson, Betty White, Donnie and Marie Osmond, and the band Kiss. However, one of the sweetest treats was from Margaret Hamilton, who reprised her role of the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. This was the first time she had ever done that since the movie. The Halloween That Almost Wasn't was a made-for-TV movie that originally aired on ABC. After its original run, the Emmy-winning special aired on the Disney Channel until 1996. This movie had some of Halloween's spookiest characters. In the film, Dracula tries to save Halloween from a witch who wants to do away with the holiday. The Fat Albert Halloween special aired on CBS television in 1977. It follows the Cosby Kids gang who decide to skip the treats and go right to the tricks by scaring some of their neighbors. The kids end up getting the ultimate scare from the lady who lives in the spooky house by the graveyard when some of them do not return. Halloween is Grinch Night was a short animated movie that aired as an ABC television special in 1977. It was designed to be a sequel to the Christmas feature, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which came out in 1966. The interesting thing about this special is that Halloween is only mentioned in the title. This Emmy-winning classic tells the tale of the Grinch who came down from Mount Crumpet to hassle Whoville after the Green Grumps and Hackencrack's house summoned him. Boris Karloff, who voiced the original Grinch in the 1966 classic, had passed away by this time, so he was replaced by Hans Conried. Thurl Ravenscroft, who sang in the original special, came back again to provide the singing vocals. The Flintstones Meet Rockula and Frankenstone was an hour-long NBC special that aired in 1979. The story was about Rockula, who was awakened to complete his Frankenstone monster. It's then up to the Flintstones and the Rubbles to stop them. Casper Saves Halloween was another creation from Hanna-Barbera in 1979 and aired on NBC. Casper has always been known as the friendly ghost. This Halloween, he dresses up as a real boy and befriends a special group of orphans. However, their fun is soon spoiled by Harry Scary and his ghostly crew. Now it's up to Casper and his new friends to save Halloween before it's too late. Halloween Hall of Fame was a television special that aired in 1977 as part of the Wonderful World of Disney. It featured Jonathan Winters, who played a security guard working late at the Walt Disney Production Studio on Halloween night. He ends up running into a crystal ball containing a talking pumpkin jack-o'-lantern, which is also played by Winters. The jack-o'-lantern ends up showing a series of Disney Halloween cartoons to the Watchmen, and the audience also gets to see them as it is mixed in between their dialogue. Halloween Safety was a 1977 educational film that was 11 minutes in length. It was designed to teach kids Halloween safety while trick-or-treating. It went over things like reflective tape, removing pointed objects, waiting to eat treats after they had been checked, traveling in groups, only going to houses you know, and more. This could have been something that you saw at home on television, but it also could have been something that you watched at school. The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile was a 1979 animated CBS special that later aired every year on the Disney Channel. It followed the story of Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy, who go on a search for a pumpkin for a boy who needs a pumpkin. In addition to the Halloween specials we discussed, there were also others that were connected to television shows like Happy Days. For some reason, these forgotten Halloween specials have been lost in time, but they really were pretty good. Maybe this Halloween season you can sit down and enjoy one of these classics with someone who has not. What was one of your favorite Halloween specials when you grew up? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching.
I will. And the other thing is, I will probably watch one of these next year. I can probably watch the Halloween safety training video or something like that. Well, not training video, but instructional video. But yeah, I watched these all videos before. One Blame It on George or whatever it's called. They discussed the same things as this person did. So I think that this video I watched now should have been the last video on this topic, but I just screw it, I just want to do another video. But yeah, happy Halloween if I didn't say it already. For me, it's weird on Halloween because I want to watch Halloween films, but part of me doesn't because I'm not into scary films. But if you're into decent, not that really that scary films, join the club, because every time I watch a film, is this going to be creepy, is it going to be mild, is it going to be this or that? And hopefully it's mild, because there is loads of there's loads of films that are not really mild, they're really, really creepy, and maybe we won't go there. Okay, so what's the next one? Is it? Yeah, it is Halloween in America, so 70s one. Hopefully this one is good because
By the 1970s, Halloween had become popular from coast to coast and was celebrated in just about every corner of the country. From the moment the weather started to turn a bit colder, fall activities began signaling that Halloween was fast approaching. In the week leading up to Halloween, you most likely celebrated at school with crafts, treats, and maybe even a costume parade. During the 70s, costumes had shifted primarily to store-bought kit costumes. Ben Cooper costumes still ruled supreme, and characters from popular movies, TV, and music could be found everywhere you looked. Shopping for your costume was always a treat. A trip to Kmart or Grant's might have been in order, as you dug through the piles of plastic costume options searching for the best one. The 1970s saw the explosion of movie characters being licensed for costume use, and there was none bigger than the movie Star Wars, which had tons of characters to choose from. Halloween also became more popular during this time because of a shift in how we were entertained. Movies during this decade were often scary and shocking. The Exorcist, The Omen, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and finally the movie Halloween became so successful because we were all begging to be scared. This darker side of Halloween was a shift away from the wholesome fun kids had experienced in previous decades. Trick-or-treating was also becoming more supervised during this period. Urban legends about poisoned candy and razor blades had been circulating, along with a growing awareness of stranger danger. So you most likely would find one parent accompanying their kids around the neighborhood, while the other stayed home and passed out candy. Due to the fear of poison candy, companies began prepackaging individual pieces for Halloween. So when you got a full-sized candy bar, it was still a pretty big deal, and you would immediately assume that they must be really rich to pass out such expensive treats. The 1970s added an edge to Halloween that wasn't there before. It was kind of fun to be scared, and it made Halloween more marketable, especially to older people. Haunted houses were big during this time, and once again, it was about how terrifying they could make it. With all of the dangers lurking around Halloween, it is a wonder we all survived. From the flammable and quite sweaty plastic costumes to the local legends that kept us up at night, Halloween during the decade of disco was exciting to say the least. If you yourself remember what it was like celebrating Halloween in the 1970s, I would love for you to share your memories in the comments. Please enjoy this remaining photo album from the past of Halloween during the 1970s.
For this video is going to be a little bit rubbish. I know, but yeah, welcome back to a weird, stupid video. I should have said that at the very end, very first bit of the video. But happy Halloween. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, I like how I try my best finding information for this year, and it turned out to be rubbish. And yeah, so I just don't want to watch anymore. But yeah, I'll watch for this year. I will, because I'm making this video first out of all the videos I've been making. Actually, the top 5 scariest characters in films. It's the first Halloween video I did in this year. Then it was the Halloween commercial, and then it's this one. So yeah, anyway, thank you much for watching this video. Thank you much for putting effort into watching this, because some people don't. But anyway, see you next time. Bye.